Today we answer the age-old question, does size matter? Let's find out. I have two 99 overall players, one at 5'7", 129 pounds, and one at 6'9", 290 pounds, and we're going to compare their stats to see if the height stat truly matters in simulations in NHL 23. Our first contestant is George Shrinks, the 5'7", 129 pound center. We're going to throw both of these players on Columbus, see how they perform, and like I said, at the end of the video, we'll compare their stats. The Columbus Blue Jackets finished with a 45, 27, and 10 record, 100 points on the dot for first in the Metropolitan Division. George Shrinks, 40 goals, 63 assists for 103 points. Johnny Gaudreau, 100 points on the dot, 82 assists, just feeding Patrick Laine and George Shrinks the entire year. Laine actually having more goals, like I said, with his 49 compared to Shrinks' 40. The closest in points to the first line was Voracek with 57, and the lowest on the first line in points was Laine with 83. Let's look in-depth stats. So 103 points, 40 goals, 63 assists, 39 penalty minutes, 203 shots, a 19.7% shooting status. Accuracy, I don't know why I said status. Game-winning goals, 5. Power play goals, 13. Power play points, 26. One shorthanded goal, his only shorthanded point, and he also played 18 minutes and 38 seconds on average a game, playing for 1,529 minutes total, with a phase-out percentage of 61.8. Well, that's how he performed in the regular season. Now we have to see how he performs in the playoffs. Can he lead Columbus to a Stanley Cup? We're playing Pittsburgh, who is the team we finished the season against, and we lost to them 7-2. So let's change that real quick. First 3 games are 2 wins and 1 loss, with a 1-0 overtime win in game 2. Sadly, not taking the 3-0 lead with a 2-1 loss. Game number 4, super important, 8-4 wins. We have 3 chances to put away Pittsburgh. We should be able to do it no problem, and we do get it done with a 6-0 win. New York Islanders in round number 2 should be easier than Pittsburgh. Realistically, we start the series the exact same way, up 2-1, 4-3 overtime loss in game number 3. They do not beat us in game number 4, just like Pittsburgh, a 7-2 win. So we have 3 chances once again. It's time to put away the Islanders, and once again, we do it in game number 5. We face the Florida Panthers in our conference final. First 3 games are a win, a loss, and a loss, so this time we are down 2-1 instead of being up. We won 3-1, and then our 2 losses were 3-2, 1 in overtime, 1 in regulation. Game number 4 to tie the series doesn't go our way, another 3-2 loss, so we're 1 loss away from being out in the conference finals. So when we go to Fancy Sim, we're going to sim a period by period. Period number 1, 2-0 Columbus, Laine scoring both goals on Bobrovsky. Period number 2 goes even better. Still no goal from George Shrinks. I don't know what he's doing. He's not performing in the playoffs. We got to keep that in mind. I'm just going to skip the 3rd period because we're up by 5 and there's no way we're choking it. And we don't. It's a 5-1 win. Game number 6, still on the brink of elimination. We got to keep playing really good hockey, and we are playing really good hockey. George Shrinks isn't doing anything, though. He still doesn't have a goal in any of our sims anyway. I didn't look if he scored in other games, and I assume he did. Also, we're not winning 4-1, which explains a lot more. We're losing 4-1. I didn't pay enough attention to what team was on what side. I do that a lot. So our season's probably done. I'm going to sim the 3rd period. We're down 5-2. Hey, Gaudreau, it's not over yet. We just need George Shrinks to finally produce. Come on. He's not producing. Still not producing. We're running out of time. We need 1 goal right now, and then we'll have a lot of time to tie the game. But instead, wait, there it is, good Branson. 6 minutes to tie the game. There it is, George Shrinks on Bobrovsky with 4:35 remaining. And we're actually going to overtime. And we're going to watch the overtime. We always watch the overtime, no matter what, especially in this scenario. It's game 6, conference finals. If we lose, we're out. We win game 7. We're going to see George Shrinks in action. He loses the faceoff, even though he has 99 faceoffs. Typical. Reinhardt gets bodied by Laine and George Shrinks. Go up the ice. Go all the way. Show them why you're 99 overall. He doesn't look very 99 overall. Ooh, he almost shut me up real fast. And Laine gets stopped by Bobrovsky. Played penalty Columbus. Who done it? Who ruined our season? Oh, you shouldn't press the A button, bro. That doesn't work. Nyquist, you're throwing. Wait, Corelli? Oh, you gotta bury those, man. Hey, but they took a penalty, so it's a 4-on-4. Crisis averted. You got lucky, Nyquist. Show him who you are, George. Show him. Go. I don't know what he's doing. What was that? 99 everything, and that's the play you choose. I've also been thinking of a series where I put 2 teams against each other and we watch in true broadcast camera angle and I commentate on it. If that sounds fun, let me know, because I feel like it would be. Except I'm not the best commentator. Kachuk, don't you? What is that? No way, what just happened? I think Merzlikins sold. I'm not a big fan of that. We are out in the conference finals. George Shrinks' legacy will be a conference final L. They did win the division. He did get 103 points. But what for what? No Stanley Cup. Look at that. There he is. Barkov, game winner, the dagger, the handshake. Where's my boy George? Is he going to show up in the handshake? I don't think so. I don't think he's important enough, apparently. Are they going to touch it? He's not. Barkov is not touching the trophy. Let's see if that gives them the Stanley Cup odds. So it's Calgary versus Florida in the Stanley Cup Finals. Who do you got? Who's the winner? Calgary took a 1-0 lead, and they win. Barkov should have touched the trophy because it's the only trophy he's touching. The Stanley Cup champions are the Calgary Flames. George Shrink, 7 goals, 9 assists for 16 points in the playoffs. Didn't lead the team in goals or in points at a 99 overall. Kind of tough to look at. He did have 31 hits, leading the team at 5'7". I'm very interested to see how many hits our 6'9" guy gets. Now George Shrink's saga is over. It's time to test the Mountain. With the help of the Mountain, the Columbus Blue Jackets finished 54-21-7, 115 points, first in the Metro and first in the NHL. Johnny Gaudreau actually led the team in points with 110, 109 for the Mountain, which is only 6 more than George Shrink, so not a huge gap. And the 6 more are actually all in goals with 46 goals and 63 assists. I'm interested in comparing their hits. Did he have way more hits or no? Not really. I think Shrink's had 130 something, the Mountain 149, so not a huge jump. He had a worse face-off percentage, but also not by much. It's not really groundbreakingly different, unsurprisingly. But the tall player does have better stats overall in every category except face-off percentage. Now the New Jersey Devils in the first round. The first 3 games are an L, a W, and a W, so starting up 2-1, just like last year's first round. But we don't blow up 3-1 like last year's first round. Game number 5 is super important to break the tie, and we take a 4-3 loss, which means we're on the brink of elimination. And we do luckily win game 6, 4-3 in overtime. Forcing a game 7, we obviously got to do a fancy sim for game 7. First period, no score. Second period, 1-1. Mercer and Chinakov are the goal scorers. And the third period is starting now. We need a goal. We need the Mountain to step up and bury one, just like George Shrinks did that one time. They're on the power play. No score. 8 minutes remaining. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are we actually going to get another overtime? You know what? We watched George Shrinks. Let's watch the Mountain. Okay, Wood to Severson. Siegenthaler. Wood don't score. He scored. Miles Wood with the dagger. No. We're 0-2 in watching overtimes. And now we don't really get a true playoff comparison. But in the regular season, it was close enough. I think saying that the height really matters is questionable. I definitely have to do more seasons, which I'm probably not going to do. But the taller player did perform better. So in a 1-1 comparison, the taller player did perform better in every stat except for face-off percentage. Who's the Stanley Cup winners on this season? It's the Calgary Flames in the first one. And it's Colorado versus Boston in the finals this time around. Boston with a 1-0 lead. Do they hold on? They do hold on. The Boston Bruins are Stanley Cup champions. I mean, 7 games played, the Mountain had 4 goals, 2 assists for 6 points. He was a -1, which is a kind of a yikes. 13 hits, didn't even lead the team. Texier did. Makar gets the Norris. Gaudreau gets the Lady Byng. Carrier gets the Memorial. Conn Smythe, Brad Marchand. Vezina, Leonard. Merzlikins gets the William M. Jennings. Myers, Bill Masterson. Barkov, Selke. McDavid, Ted Lindsay. And Maurice Richard did go to the Matthews. So no, I always say rewards and not awards. I don't know why my brain works that way. No awards for the Mountain. I'm going to see if I can see if George Strings won any awards. Hey, my save file's still here, except we don't know if Calgary or Florida won. Let's see if Florida can reverse history and actually win this time around. Or is Calgary? Yeah, Calgary still won in the end. Doesn't even matter. Our Ross was McKinnon. Hart was McKinnon. Makar on the Norris. Lady Byng went to Gaudreau. Reichel won the Calder. Huberto won the Conn Smythe. Shesterkin won the Vezina and the William M. Jennings. Hizov won the Bill Masterson. Hey, Frank J. Selke, George Shrings. So 1 award for George Shrings. And McKinnon won everything else. So does size matter? Yes, no. It's hard to say. Realistically, probably not in simulations. You know, in gameplay, it definitely does. In terms of sim, it was really even. Not a big enough gap to have a true answer. But do keep in mind that the taller player did do better in every single stat except for face-off percentage. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.